In this section, we're going to be looking at a sporting entity. We're going to be looking at Ana Ivanovic. We're going to be looking at her training regime. And we're going to see how that training regime applies to you in business or you as an individual. And we're going to look at some of the things she says about her training regime as a sports person and how that needs to be reflected by you as an individual. So let's watch the video now and let's hear what she has to say about the way she prepares for her game of tennis.
Tennis requires a lot of fast reactions and fast activities, so we work on a specific exercise, just a few seconds drill, but really intensive and obviously keeping the body level low. Because of my height, I definitely have some advantages, such as a big serve or a good work at the net. But I have to work on lowering my center of gravity to improve my footwork so I can hit the ball better. I did improve a lot in my fitness, especially since maybe 2 years since I started working with my fitness coach, Scott, and I addressed my strength and also specific exercise, and it helped my game so much, and it gave me much more confidence on a court, and also helped me to play longer matches and also play more consistent and play more matches in a row. He keeps practices and training very interesting and very fun, so I enjoy really working out. During the tournaments we don't do much of the cardio workouts because I spend a lot of time on the tennis court, which is definitely very intensive. But in off-season or in the preparation towards the tournaments, we do quite a few cardio sessions. We never do stretches before the workout or before the practice, but after a workout it's a really important part, so you can keep your muscle elastic and ready for the next practice. Injuries are part of the sport, so unfortunately I also, like every other athlete, had to deal with it. It's just the most important thing to stay positive and also to prevent injuries. You have to work hard in the fitness, getting strong, and my injuries are now coming much less, which is a great thing to see. Most of the young athletes that I can see, they make mistakes that they overtrain, and they're obviously very motivated and they want to improve fast. They are pushed too much by the parent or the coach. During workouts or during matches, it's most important to feel comfortable in what you're wearing, and Climacool is great new technology, and it helps me perform better in a warm climate because it can dry your clothes much faster, and especially playing in Australia where it's so hot and you sweat a lot, it's a great way to keep cool. So once you're on the court and you have a tough situation in a match, you don't have to think if everything fits perfect. You just feel good about it and you feel good about yourself and you perform better.
Well, how did you enjoy that video? She's got a great personality, hasn't she? And she's got a great approach to her training. She mentioned a couple of things that I'd like to highlight for you right now. One of those things was that she said that in tennis, one of the primary things was she needed to be able to react fast. And I guess that's a question for you. We need to be able to react quickly. Now, I'm not going to say fast because we've talked about the fact that we need to sometimes pause for reflection. But she needed to be able to react as quickly as the ball was coming to her. And so do you in business. How is your reaction? The next thing she said was about her height, the fact that her height was an advantage. You in business or in your relationship with your team actually have advantages. But she also said that one of the things that came out of her height was the need for her to learn to lower her center of gravity. So when we look at the positive things that we've got, sometimes we need to adjust some of our other strengths to use those differently, and just like Ana did, need to maybe lower our center of gravity. What is it you need to do to change that comes out of a strength of yours so that you'll be more successful? Ana went on to say that one of the things that she had to continually practice was to keep up her level of strength. Her particular physique did not always maintain the level of strength that is necessary in tennis. I guess that's like us in business or us in our personal lives, isn't it? We need to sometimes maintain a level of strength in certain areas. We need to keep a focus on something. She also talked about the fact that she needed to work through the down times, and she needed to look at the down times as time to prepare for the future. She also mentioned that sometimes, however, young players overdo it and they put too much effort in and they burn themselves out. Stephen Covey talks about sharpening the saw, and that's what Ana was talking about when she said she had to keep preparing. But Stephen Covey also says, take time for yourself, and so did Ana. Don't burn yourself out, because we can try too hard sometimes. Ana's approach to a game also involved what happened after her being successful, and she said that the stretching after was also very, very important. She also talked about the injuries she got and the fact that even with injuries, it was important to stay positive. Does that reflect anything in you or your business? Each one of us get injured every day in some way personally. Our businesses get hit by a loss of an opportunity, but we must stay positive, and that was one of the messages she gave. And the last message she gave was about her clothing, and she gave a bit of a plug to Adidas here for her clothing. But it's very, very interesting that she said, be comfortable and make yourself feel comfortable in the situation you are. You know, when we feel comfortable, we do our best. And I want to challenge you to look at the things that will make you comfortable, but to focus on your training and your preparation, because that's what Ana did. And get rid of the negativity out of your life. Look for the positives and look for ways you can improve.